All right. Well, welcome back to another Tuesday blind. My wife picked 4 pours. I have no idea what they are. You'll see them on the screen as I drink them. Let's see how it goes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with glass A right here. Let's go in for the smell on the nose. Okay, I get like a apple and even some citrus, like a floral note on there, and then maybe a small chocolate note right there as I'm smelling it. All right, let's see how it tastes. All right, so I get a little bit of tobacco on the front end, not harsh, but I definitely get some tobacco. There's a little bit of proof on it. I'd put this somewhere in maybe 110 to 115 range on proof. Not much oak on the palate. Maybe almost pear on the palate as well. Very good, very easy pour. Even with the proof being a little bit higher, it goes down pretty smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down as, I'd probably give this overall a 7.5 on my 0 to 10 scale that I'm, again, still trying to iron out, see how it goes. Like I said, I think I'm going to stick with about 115 on the proof, but very good pour. Very happy with that. Let's go ahead into number 2, or B, as it says on the glass. Okay. This is really floral on the nose. It's lighter. Even with it being light, get a little bit of almost like a white pepper on the nose. Get more, almost like leather on the nose as well. Let's go in for the taste. Okay. So the pepper definitely comes in on the palate. A dark chocolate note comes in on the palate as well. And that leather comes in on the back end. But definitely get that dark chocolate. Doesn't seem like the proof is as high as A was. I'd say this was, I'm going to throw out like about a 108 on the proof. Um, actually, the more it sits in on that back end, I actually feel like I want to change the proof a little bit. Let's go with like 112. Still think it might be a little less than A, but that proof is still kind of sitting there. Right now I'm going to put that at like a 7.25. I think I like A better a little bit than B, but I might end up changing my mind on that one, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and go to C. Okay, here I get a little bit like of a cinnamon note. I feel like I get a little bit more oak in the nose on this one. There's no like almost like a breadiness to it. Almost like a freshly baked bread. But it's very easy on the nose. Almost hard to get some of these notes out. All right, let's go ahead and for the taste. Okay, so toffee on the palate. Definitely lower proof than the first two. Very easy. Slight tobacco towards the back end. A little bit of like a baking spice as well with the toffee. I'd say for this one's probably getting more like I'd say this is more like a 90 proof, maybe 95. Okay, the pear. It's very easy to drink, but as of right now, I don't think it's as good as A and B. So I'm going to go with a 6.5 on that one. All right, let's go to D. Okay, this one's got like a deep chocolate note. Right away, just came right into my nose. Very deep chocolate. And then it kind of paves the way for almost like a little bit of a cherry. And it's interesting, the more I smell it, get even a little bit of a slight citrus note. All right, let's go in for the taste. Okay. I feel like this is, again, I could be totally wrong. I feel like this maybe a rye. Right away, I got almost like a minty note. Right away on the palate. And then that minty, like almost floral note continues on. And then towards the back end, I get a little bit of that citrus that I got on the nose as well, towards the back end. I don't think the proof is too high on this one either. I still think it's probably around the 105. One thing about these blinds, you never know how it's going to go. I could be totally off on all the proofs, totally off on what I would normally say is good versus not so good if I'm drinking it and I know what I'm tasting. I'm probably going to go down to a 6.0 for that. I want to go back to A and B really quick. Yep, okay. Okay. I think I might actually. This is where it gets to be so hard sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with it. It's interesting and see what each one is, but as of right now, I have them ranked: A's first, B second, C's third, D is last. All right, so the part of these videos that I always, I don't want to say hate, but are always kind of, oh no, let's see what happens, and let's see what my wife has done to me. You know, I keep telling my wife as we do these, you can pick from ones that you've already given me in a blind, but, you know, if you can't do ones that you haven't yet, because I want to see kind of where we're at with all of these, but she's been surprising me, so I'm just gonna see what we do. Okay. All right. I can't say that I'm too surprised at this. I'm definitely surprised at the proof. My wife had told me she started doing something, and then she just decided to stick with it for all 4 of the bottles, and I see now exactly what she did. My proofs, almost all my proofs were way off. So what my wife did with all these, they're all bottled and bond. They're all 100 proof. So that surprises me because, again, A, I thought was about 115. B, I thought was about 112. C, I thought was 90 to 95. And then D, I thought it was 105. So C and D, I was pretty close. But A and B, I was way off. So those actually were drinking stronger than they actually are. So my number one, A, E.H. Taylor small batch. All right. So just regular old E.H. Taylor small batch. B, Dancing Panda 8-year. I took a trip up to Louisville in that area. A good friend of mine, Peter, was getting promoted, or not getting promoted, but taking over command at Fort Campbell. So one day we drove up, did some tours. We went to the distillery that does the distilling and bottling for Jefferson's Reserve. And while we were there, they were actually bottling these Dancing Panda bourbons. And we were very intrigued by the bottle and the topper, which is a Dancing Panda. And we kept saying, when we see it, we need to buy a bottle. I saw it in New Braunfels, picked up a bottle for me and two of my friends, one of them being Peter, was able to get them their bottles. I really like this Dancing Panda 8-year. I've heard the 4 years not very good. Haven't heard, I think they have a 6, I haven't heard about that. And I think the 10 year is pretty good, but this 8 year is, to me, pretty good. So not surprised it came in second. See, Old Fitzgerald 7-year that I did my review on a little while back. There's a video here on the channel for you to watch on what I thought about the Fresh Crack Friday, where I did the Old Fitz 7-year. This is still a great pour. I like it. You know, I haven't had the decanter series, the higher year ones, but I do like this. So again, still kind of going down this line. I'm okay with that. And then Knob Creek. So the Knob Creek 12-year. That surprises me. That actually surprises me. I really like that Knob Creek, the 12-year. Out of all of these, though, I can't say I'm surprised that Knob Creek came in last. Surprised I didn't get like some of that peanut taste. I got the chocolate taste, but not really the peanut taste. But overall, can't say I'm surprised with the way it laid out. You know, I do like E.H. Taylor, so that being first place, you know, okay, cool. Dancing Panda, Old Fitz, Knob Creek. It goes the way I thought it would have if I would have known what was in front of me. So overall, pretty happy with how this went. My wife picked out another great lineup. She did a theme with the Bottled and Bond, all 100 proof, which again threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting them all to be 100 proof, and they didn't taste like it at the time. But overall, very happy. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I also have a TikTok that you can go see some of these videos, and some of you will be seeing these TikToks on TikTok. But thank you for watching. As always, drink responsibly, and don't forget, toast to valor, savor the spirit. See y'all next time.